Welcome back to A Day Full of Budgets. How was your Christmas break? We are, I don't even know what the day is. We're a couple of days after Christmas. We're a couple of days before the new year, in that kind of between time where I just keep picking up chocolate and eating it, which was not a good idea just before recording this video. We're just in a bit of no man's land. So I've got a bit of time off. My husband was straight back to work after having Christmas Day and Boxing Day off. So we're just chilling. So what have I been doing? Rearranging my binders, because that's what we do when we have nothing else on. I'm not usually at home for this length of time, so it's quite nice. And yes, I still have a Christmas jumper on. I'm just dirtying them all out before they go in the wash and back in the drawer. And I'm not even sorry for it. However, our Christmas tree will probably come down at the weekend because it's been up for so long, it's now annoying me. Anyway, rambling on as I do. So today we're going to have a look through my 2024 setup. I've made a few changes, and I'm going to try a bit more of a hybrid system this year. So I've just lost my sheet. Hold on. Actually, I didn't lose my sheet. I just haven't been prepared to get it out. Where should we start? Okay, we'll just start right at the beginning. So my purple binder is for weekly spending. So I have always been a digital cash stuffer other than challenges. However, I am a tapper, so I tap my phone all the time and I'm forever overspending. And I want to try and curb that a bit more. So nothing in this binder has changed, except you will see I have this. Yeah, it's a makeshift. I've made it myself. It's literally my envelopes that are covered in ink that I haven't cleaned on the inside. So they're a bit tatty. I've just made some borders. But what I'm going to do is these 5 categories will have either all or a proportion of their weekly funds in cash. So we'll kind of go through them both together. So food, we'll keep its £135 a week, but I'm going to do 120 digital. So I generally do online shops. So I'll carry on with my 2 online shops a week, and then £15 will go in here for a top up. So when my husband needs to go to the shop for, an extra loaf of bread, or, we've used all the mushrooms, or, things like that, he takes this cash and that's all he's got. So that's that one. Fuel and charging has to stay digital. We've got an electric car and you cannot pay for charging an electric car with cash. You just can't. And then I use a toll regularly. And again, that has to be done on online because it's an online account. The only thing is fuel, which we could do. But it's just not worth the hassle. So family fun, I will keep here, but family fun is going to be digital. No, let me start that again. Family fun is going to be cash. So it's going to carry on getting its money per week, but that's going to be in cash. I will keep this in case kind of a week, I know that I need something digital, if we're booking tickets or something like that, that has to be digital. So I'm going to keep that in here. My self-care is going to be a mix. So I have a couple of appointments every couple of months that I pay for, and the lady likes it digital. So my £15 a week, I'm going to put £5 in the bank, and then I have my one for me, so net self-care, and £10 is going to go in here. Now I'm so bad for just buying cups of tea, buying a sandwich, a chocolate bar and things like that. Again, tapping. And I want to see if using cash stops that. I don't know. We're going to try. I can but try. And then money for us, again, is going to go digital. So I'll keep it in here for now because, again, if we go away for a weekend, which we will, because my parents got us a 2-night trip away of kind of, any of the locations. It's like buy me a gift or something like that. So we've got that. But again, we're notorious if, my husband used to generally work late shifts. I don't know what his new work pattern is going to be. But we would just, pop out for a cup of tea or a coffee when we've got tea and coffee at home. And so I'm going to try cash for that. School is going to stay as it is. Clothes is going to stay as it is. And health and beauty is going to cash. So my boys have regular haircuts and they prefer cash. So I'm going to try health and beauty and cash. And then any like health and beauty, if I get like a deodorant or a shampoo on the food shop, I then will move this cash into food. And then any cash that's left for food at the end of the week will go into my savings challenges. I haven't decided with the other bits yet if it's going to roll over or kind of how I'm going to work it. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm just going to wing it. And then everything else is staying digital. So home, which is self-explanatory. I haven't really explained these. I don't think I really need to explain them. School is everything school related. Clothes, health and beauty, home. Kids, so this covers like their pocket money. And then anything, the school credits and just anything that isn't covered anywhere else. It comes from there. Clubs, my daughter is a dancer. She's a high-level dancer. My son plays football. My middle son plays football and he climbs. And then he also uses a gym. And then my oldest has given up his clubs. He's 17. So now he only does the gym, which I have said I will continue to pay for whilst he is in full-time education. So I've already paid for this year. So I won't be paying again for a little while. Pets, we've got a cat and a dog. That's going to stay digital. I did think about putting this one into cash, but I'm not for now. I'm going to keep it digital. School food, it's just food for them at school. And then bus passes is for bus passes, so stay digital. So that's that. I don't know how it's going to work. Doing a mixture. And I haven't got a purse big enough to put... So I've got some of the like smaller envelopes, but they don't fit in a purse that I've got that I could use. So I just made this. Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to buy things if it's like not going to work. So moving on to my pink binder, which is kind of medium to long term. Not a huge amount has changed in here. I've just kind of rejigged where things go. So Magic Beans is tech, so that will save £300 for my husband's phone. 250 challenges for glasses. And then we've got the 2 cars savings challenges. My daughter's dress savings challenge. That's a challenge to say. And then we've got the 1K tracker. So all of this is digital, by the way. Yeah, all of this is staying digital. So this is for our emergency fund. We had saved loads this year, but then we had to use it to remove pigeons from under our solar panels when they had stopped using the nest because they're causing havoc with the panels. So yeah, we use most of that. So we're building that back up again. And then we've got the 100 envelope challenge. So that was usually further along in the binder. I've just rejigged it now. And this 100 envelope challenge is for either my son's university, because because we earn too much. So we will then have to fund the rest, or he will have to fund the rest. So I think we'll probably do it between us. And then we have got a car on PCP. So we will need to make a balloon payment in about 4 years. So I want to try and do this twice in the next 4 years. So I'll do it once within 2 years, and then again. So it's a slow burner. And then I've got the 10k challenge. So this, I haven't coloured anything in yet, and I've done that on purpose. So I would like our rainy day pot to be 10 grand. It's a goal. It won't be this year now. I had initially thought my challenge would be 2024, get this to 10 grand, because we've got 2 savings pots on the go. One that will have 3,000 in by March, and one that's already got 3,600. These are both just high interest regular savers. But we have bought a new sofa, which we have wanted for such a long time. And we finally done it. So we are going to be using 3,200 of this money to pay for the sofa, so we don't have to use finance. So whatever interest we then get or anything's left will be marked up on here. And I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. I haven't figured that bit out as yet. But when I know what account I use, I'll let you know. So these will go into here eventually. So that's that one, a bit smaller now. And then we've got the annuals, which has predominantly stayed the same. I haven't changed this. So we don't need to pay for travel insurance now. So I've taken that out. So these are all our annual bills that we have to pay for. So we've got wood because we've got a wood burner. We became grown-ups this year and we sorted out our wills and estate. And when I say estate, it's, you know, just a house and a car. But we sorted that out, obviously, with the children. Changed the way that so we're now tenants in common rather than kind of joint owners, you know. So in a house, if one of you dies, it would automatically go to the other person. But what we've done is to become tenants in common is if I die or my husband dies, our 50% goes in trust to the children and doesn't go to the other person. And then that way, if that other person then needs to go into care, they can only take half of the house, not all of the house. It's a very common thing that people do, but it's not really something that's spoken about very often. And I think it is actually really, really important. She says, having waited 16 years to actually get a will done. But we are there. We are officially adults, and we have to pay £45 a year for them to kind of keep it, and then we can update it as many times as we like. So we've got a water softener because we're in our really hard water area. Travel insurance we now don't need to pay for. Pet insurance for the dog. Garden waste. Don't want to talk about that because it annoys me that I have to pay it. Wood again, sort of April time. A prepayment certificate. I have lots of regular medication for a couple of chronic illnesses. So I have to pay for that. Solar clean. So we've got solar panels, and we discovered this year that they get really manky about sort of April, May time from like all the pollen. So they get clean, breakdown cover, Disney Plus, home insurance, chimney sweep. So we need to have that done once a year, and then boiler cover. Very boring stuff, but necessary. So my plan is to try and get this funded as early as possible in the year, and then start, you know, just keep rotating. But at the back of this now, I need to get like a little divider thing to go in here at some point, is business. So I've moved my business stuff from my Blue Binder into my annuals, because essentially it's still an annual. So we've got business insurance. And I've moved these around. So business insurance is fully funded. Business software that I have to use has now got some monies in. It's like 275. And then tax. I have done my tax return, and I don't need to pay any tax in January, which is amazing. And that's just because I've paid so much tax on account last year or earlier in the year that I now, like, they actually owe me money back. So that's amazing. But that's going to stay there for the July payment. And then I need Microsoft. So that's that. All quite boring stuff. And then my blue binder is more is a binder that excites me a bit more. And the sun is really shining in my eyes, and I cannot see the screen, so I don't actually know if you can see this properly, because I'm being blinded. I feel like I need to go and get my sunglasses. So yes, blue binder. This is going to be for trips and holidays. So one of our goals for 2024 is to have a few amazing trips. That is literally our focus for the year, is to clear the debt and sort the living room out and have a couple of amazing holidays. So our initial savings tracker that we started with was this from Budget Saving Queen, I think. And this was for a ski holiday. Now we've booked a ski holiday and we're going to South Norway. I did upgrade the hotel that we're staying in, and by the time you add in lift passes, ski hire, ski boots, all of that stuff, it does become quite expensive, because actually that can cost just as much as the holiday itself. So we needed £5,500 in total for this. I paid the £500 deposit. I think I've only got a couple of £100 left to find for this. And then I'm going to use this winter savings tracker for our spending money. So each snowflake is going to be £50, and then that'll save £1,000 because we've still got to pay for evening meals. So that's that. So we need to have that done by February. Yeah, a bit tight. And then I'm using Abundant Budgets Making Lemonade, and this is the £500 version, because my daughter, with her dancing, has qualified for the World Championships. This will be the second time she's qualified sort of in succession, and it's in Glasgow. So we need to save £500 to cover hotels, food and things like that, and that is at the end of March. So that's the second trip. And then I'm using this Mama Needs a Plan tracker, Life's a Beach, which saves £1,500, and this is going to be for our summer holiday. So I think for the summer we're going to head up to the Lake Districts, and then we're going to head across to the northeast, where my in-laws are, and kind of holiday around that region. Now, we used to have caravan, and in previous years we would just take our caravan. Well, we can't do that anymore because we sold it. The kids are too big for it, and it was very, very old. So we will have to start paying for accommodation. So I've got this £1,500 tracker. We probably won't need this amount of money, although to be fair, we probably will. By the time you eat out and all of that, we probably will need that sort of money. So this will be sometime in the summer holidays. I don't really know when. Nothing's really been planned yet, but that's what the next one is. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work my way through these and hope that we reach them by the time we need them. And then, so this year is quite a special year. So my dad turns 70. I turn in August. I turn 40 in September, and my oldest turns 18 in November. So we have 3 really big birthdays this year. And we're not one for parties or things like that. We live away from, our extended families. So we've kind of opted for trips this year. So one of the trips that I'm going to take, and it was something that my mum suggested sort of a couple of weeks ago. So when I was 21, me and my mum and both of us took a friend. We went to New York. It was fantastic. I was poorly on the trip, so there was quite a few things that I didn't do. So my mum has suggested that we go back. So I've agreed, and it's just going to be me and my mum. Now, I know there's a few people I've heard sort of want to take this trip. So my mum's going to pay for the flights now, and then I'll pay her back. Not that we haven't booked them yet, but if you get in early and the flights are out for kind of November, early December next year already, and there's like loads of sales and stuff going on. So I will have a tracker made for New York, and I think I'm probably going to save about £1,300, I think, and we will go sort of Christmas time. So, yeah, not quite sure when in Christmas yet, but we'll go then. I've just realised these are out of order. Yeah. So that's that trip. And then another trip that we want to do, and I've just called it Oh So Special Trip. So one of my bucket list things is to go and see the Northern Lights. So I would love to go for the Aurora Borealis Observatory in North Norway. Now, had I have known that it was in North Norway, we wouldn't have skied in Norway earlier in the year. So we could potentially be going twice, but then we could also potentially go to Iceland. And it's also a trip that my dad really wants to do. So we are thinking about all 7 of us going and taking a trip together to celebrate all of our birthdays. And it's one of the reasons I started my Save 7 with 7,000 with 7 dice challenge in mind of a big trip. So I think that's probably why I've put it there, because I'm using that challenge to feed into here. So they are the trips that we want to do. It is very extravagant, and I'm not sure if we'll make all of them, but we'll see. That's the plan. And then at the back here, I've just got special occasions, which is birthdays. But you'll notice nothing in there for Christmas. And I will come on to that. But what I would actually like to do for special occasions is, I know, I think it's Mama Needs a Plan makes like binders like this for all of your occasions. So I want to look into, her shop's closed, so I'm not quite sure how much they are. So I want to look into potentially getting a binder for all of the special occasions. So at the moment, I've just got my daughter's birthday running, which is in February. And I'm actually going to do this in cash this year. Most of her stuff will be shop bought, so I think I'm going to try and do this in cash. I've already started it in cash, so that's that one. And then I've got 2 savings challenges. So I've got Knock Up 9, which I have finished and I haven't reallocated yet. And I've also added in Save the Colour, which is from Budget with Shay, I think. And it says 234, just because I like dice challenges. So I've got Sudoku rolls. So these challenges will just feed into kind of where they're needed. So probably like holidays, or if I'm behind on my annuals, or birthdays, or Christmas, or, you know, kind of whatever's needed at the time. And then we've got my Save 7,000 with 7 dice, which my son has made, which hopefully he'll finish this year. And this is to save up for our big holiday. And then, oh my God, take a breath. I hope you're still with me and not fallen asleep yet. I've got, this is full of savings challenges. Now, my plan is these are the only savings challenges I will do for the year, because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So because I don't use a huge amount of cash, I don't generally have a huge amount for these. And I'm kind of going to do them in order. So we've got Mama Needs a Plan, Where's the Lie? Score a Goal, which is on our store. I've put this second just because my son needs football boots and this is going to pay for his football boots. And then I got, from Budget with Shah, the 12-month savings. Now, they're quite low amounts, which is good. So I've only done 4. So I've just got the digital version. I think she's got a discount on her store at the moment. Yeah, so I've just got these. So I've just done the first 4 and they range between, I've written on the back how much they are. So January is 70, February is 90, March is 70 and April is 75. And I'm going to do these and then they'll be used for whatever is needed in the month. And then I've just got a couple of smaller ones. So I've got Rabbit Riches, Budget with Shay, 47. And then I'm going to do all of the Positivity Pack from Grounded Budgets. And then I've also got Moons and Stars from Grounded Budgets. And then I have the Virgo Abundant Budgets, £100 savings challenge. And then Mama Needs a Plan, Up and Away, saves £150. And then we come to the 2024. Now, I ummed and ahed about what to do for saving for Christmas. I've got a couple of trackers, but realistically, I need about £1,500, if not more, for Christmas to not be like having to take from other pots. So I've decided this 2024 challenge is for Christmas. So I'm not going to buy another one. I'm literally going to use this challenge for Christmas. So I've already made a start. Which is great, but that is what I'm going to use. I was tempted to get, a 50 envelope box challenge and, lots of other things. And then I just thought, I'm just going to end up spending so much money on these things when I have already got quite a lot. So that is what I'm going to use for Christmas. And then finally, so you can stop listening to me ramble on, is I have my Freedom Challenge, which is from Budgets and Dreams. I have already completed this once and made an extra debt payment, which is great. I want to get this filled by September. So our mortgage is up for renewal in September, by which point we should be debt free, unless we do end up changing the car and taking on a little bit of debt, but that's something for another day. I want to fill this at least once through the year. And that is me for 2024. Now, I haven't set huge financial goals other than go on holiday. Like I want to save this amount here and this amount there. Because for me, I want 2024 to be not wasteful. And I want to just slow down. I want to slow down and be more present. And just kind of live a better, balanced life. That's going to be one of my main aims for the year, as well as the usual, decorate the living room and clear the debt and things like that. And then I have set myself a challenge. So my challenge for the year is, as I'm turning 40, is I want to do the Great North Run. I've said it out loud. I haven't booked it yet. I'm going to try and get a charity spot. So I used to run when I was younger, but I haven't ran properly for years. And I don't think even when I was a runner, I ran any more than like 3 or 4 miles. So to do 13 miles is going to be quite a challenge for me. I have started the Couch to 5K. I think I'm on week 4. And I'm really enjoying it. So I'm really going to challenge myself this year to slow down, be in the moment, not be wasteful, and make a healthier me. So yeah, that's it. What's your 2024 goals? Let me know. If you've got any questions about my setup for the year or what I plan to do, then again, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.